So next part of the video is preparing the ingredients. So right now, I'm gonna make a chicken stock. So I prepared the chicken bones, my mirepoix, which is celery, onion, carrots, and these are my side dish for later on, and this is gonna be my roux. So now, I'm gonna roast the chicken bones here. So we're gonna put the chicken bones now in the oven. 200 degrees Celsius. And let it turn into brown so it roasts completely. Next, we're gonna wash the vegetables. But first, I'm gonna trim down the celery because it's too big. I don't need all of it. Now the celery is trimmed, we're gonna wash it down in the running cold water. Next, we're gonna dry our vegetables. It's better method if you have like one pan and one perforated pan, so that whenever you put the wet vegetables on top of it, it's gonna drip down. After we dry our vegetables, now we're gonna cut it into our dessert cuts, either doing large dice or just roughly chopped. By this one, the onion, we're gonna use the skin for the stock. We're not gonna throw it away. As you can see, the mirepoix is already cut into rough chops. The ratio is 2:1:1. 2 for being the onion, 1 for the carrots, and 1 for the celery. And we're gonna roast in the oven. While waiting for our chicken bones to roast and our vegetables to roast as well, we're gonna cut our sides. So we're gonna cut the potatoes into our dessert cut. It's not medium dice, but it's gonna be a rough chop. Also, make sure that whenever you cut vegetables, you always use green chopping board. Why? Because green resembles as a color coding part of the vegetables. So if you do raw chicken, we go with yellow. If you do with raw red meat, you go with red. Next one, we're gonna marinate our chicken thigh that we're gonna use for our main dish. So 2 big pieces of chicken thigh. Salt, pepper, olive oil. And now, we're gonna take out the vegetables because it's ready. Transferring veg into the pot. Deglaze the pan in cold water so that you can extract all the flavors here and all the black spot. It's the caramelization of the vegetables. The chicken bones are ready. Then we're gonna transfer our roasted chicken bones into the pot as well. And don't forget to deglaze it using cold water. We use cold water because if you use the hot water, it's gonna make our stock look cloudy, wherein the fat already mixed up with the stock, and we don't want that. We want clear stock, so we use cold water. Now we add cold water, making sure that the water is at level with the chicken bones, so it's gonna be easier to reduce, and also the flavor is gonna be more intact. And a reminder, you need to have like a 6-inch pan with a ladle and a cold water, so that whenever you skim off the scum or any impurities, it's gonna be easier. It's gonna stick into your ladle if you're using cold water. If you use hot water, it's gonna be much more difficult to do it. And then you turn on the fire, making sure it's not turned on high. You're gonna lower it down. Every now and then, we're gonna skim off the impurities. So we're gonna let it simmer for minimum of 4 hours to maximum of 8 hours. By the looks of it, because it's not that a lot, we're gonna do the 4 hours. So after 4 hours, I'm going to remove the bones and the vegetables and transfer it here in another pot so I can extract all of the stalks, and I'm going to remove all the impurities afterwards. And here's the end product of that one. Just going to remove the impurities. Next, we're going to strain it again on the finer strainer, fine shimmer. So making sure that there's no impurities under. That's what I'm talking about. Next, we're gonna prepare now the measurement for our chicken velouté sauce. So which is 50 grams of butter. I'm gonna cut it. I have a weighing scale here. Cut it into cubes. 50 grams flour. And 750 ml of chicken stock.